Days of Our Lives spoilers Friday, November 14th. Marlena's medical exigency. Eli interrogates EJ, Kristen's hijacking. Days of Our Lives brute cat's shocking identity. Abigail's ghostly return exposed. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, November 14th. Reveal that Marlena Evans will deal with a medical exigency, while Eli Grant interrogates EJ DiMera. Kristen DiMera's hijacking will also bring some drama, so let's talk about all the excitement ahead on Days. The Dr. Tom Horton Free Clinic fete is formally underway, but there'll be further guests and speeches during the formal fidelity. Jennifer Horton Devereaux will take the lead at one point as everyone celebrates the sanitarium's history, present and unborn. As for Marlena, Days of Our Lives suckers know she just suffered some kind of medical occasion and blazoned that she demanded to head to the sanitarium. It's clear that Marlena isn't doing well, so she'll indeed be rehabilitated and suffer further tests soon. Still, Sarah Horton Kyriakis hasn't been suitable to nail down exactly what's wrong with Marlena just yet. Marlena's strange symptoms and dreams may get worse once she's admitted as a case, so stay tuned for further Queen of the Night marvels. In the meantime, Days spoilers say Maggie Kyriakis will give Sarah some updates on Xander Kyriakis. There'll be some word for Maggie to pass on, but Sarah won't be willing to just forgive and forget Xander's once jest. Indeed, if Sarah starts softening toward Xander, it'll be hard for her to overlook his once miscalculations. Xander and Sarah won't be getting back together anytime soon, so their divorce may move forward ASAP. Back with Jennifer, she'll get some consolation from Jack Devereaux when it comes to her desire to take the kiddies back to Boston with them. Chad DiMera is on board and doesn't appreciate Jennifer's guardianship pitfalls, but Jack may give Jen a vim talk and contend she's doing the right thing. Over with Gwen von Leuskner, she'll continue making shady moves behind unrestricted doors. Gwen just accepted a giant delivery and will do her stylish to keep handling effects while EJ's busy. Speaking of EJ, he'll find himself under interrogation. Days spoilers say Eli will throw questions at EJ, who may have to lie his way out of trouble. Next, Kristen will supposedly be snared from Statesville since she'll end up in a purblind somewhere. Once that blindfold is removed, Kristen will calf her kidnapper and try to make sense of what's going on. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Kristen has plenitude of shocking news ahead, so stay tuned. Days of Our Lives cat's shocking identity. Abigail's ghostly return exposed. Days of Our Lives has a new scuttlebutt to talk about, and it's wild. Could it be that Cat Green actually is Abigail Devereaux? If so, there's going to be a lot of heartbreak in Salem. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no possible way that Cat could be the presumed dead Abigail. But ever since they blazoned that Annalyn McCord was cast on Days, we had heard that she was recast as Abigail, preliminarily played by Marcy Miller. And also it sounded to twist around. But the question is it going to twist back? I suppose it might. And there's a lot of suggestions. The deceptive DNA test, a clue to Abigail's survival on Days of Our Lives? Days introduced Kat as a woman with memory issues, and also we set up out she was faking them. For a while, Chad DiMera believed his cherished woman was really alive, and Abby's pater, Jack Devereaux, agreed to test his DNA against hers. However, the test was a match if you flash back, and also Abby induced Chad to go to Paris and marry. But Steve Johnson realized it was a scheme, and he set up out that Kat's family, Dr. Mark Green, tampered with the DNA test. So right there, you may suppose, okay, that proves Kat is an Abby and cannot be. Still, it actually proves that she really could be. We're going to get to that, and why I suppose it locks it down. Stick around to the end, because that's the last indication I got for you. But I've some further stuff to lay out first, and it may move you. The scuttlebutt about Kat being Abby could be the real deal. Clyde Weston's vengeance on Days of Our Lives, the architect behind the Abigail scheme. Ultimately, if you recall, Kat and Dr. Mark Green confessed that hillbilly crook Clyde Weston was holding their mama, Katharina Meliones, hostage and demanding they do his dirty work or he'd kill her. Ditz Clyde wanted vengeance, and he wanted wealth. His plan was for Kat to pretend to be Abby and to marry Chad, and also Dr. Mark Green was going to kill him. With Chad dead, his woman, fake Abby, would inherit and hand it over to the villain. But Clyde didn't count on Patch figuring effects out and saving Chad. So latterly, Kat was working with Chad, and they hadn't help from Gabby Hernandez and Jack Jr. Devereaux, and they tracked down Clyde and Katharina. But if you recall, Chad was interrogating Clyde on where he'd put Abby's remains. Because if you flash back, Clyde told Chad that she was really alive. And also he and Jack went and disinterred her grave, but it was empty. Just before Clyde was about to tell Chad commodity really important, Katharina burst in and shot Clyde. And he remains in a coma to this day. And we no way heard the secret. Discharging the suggestions on Days of Our Lives, is Kat Urbage really Abigail Devereaux? There are numerous red flags and signs that support a Kat is really Abigail twist. First of all, Kat's family, Dr. Mark Green, Felicity Green, and Aaron Green, had no idea who she was originally. She doesn't look like their family because Kat was in an auto accident that apparently killed her and their parents. Now, Dr. Mark Green knew this because he was part of the plot, so he knew before, but Kat latterly told Felicity and Aaron that she had expansive reconstructive surgery, and also Kat had to spend a long time recovering at a recovery installation in Italy. The alternate thing, Days of Our Lives is notorious for wild rejuvenation and supernatural stories. Nothing's off limits swaying, mind control, ringer surgery, realistic masks, and cacodemonic possession. So, Clyde might have cut a deal to work with Dr. Wilhelm Rolf and Slash or Andre DiMera to get vengeance on Abigail. And this third thing I want to talk about is presuming that Andre is alive. He may be working with him. And it seems doable because now we know Tony DiMera really has gone missing. So, perhaps Andre got Dr. Rolf to implant Kat's recollections in Abigail. And it could be that the real Kat survived the crash long enough to prize her recollections. Still, the real Kat could be firmed in a mortal-sized test tube in a DiMera lab nearly, like Bo Brady was for Times, if this proposition kissers out. As to why Dr. Rolf would help do this, Stefano DiMera abominated Abigail, so that might have swayed him to do this switcheroo. Clyde and Andre, working together on Days of Our Lives? Still, which is presumptive, he may have teamed up with Clyde, if Andre has been back for a while hiding in the murk. The whole Kat and Abby switcheroo could be Andre's sick way of getting back at Abigail for bashing in his head. And also, this would explain why Clyde apparently picked Abigail to death only to revitalize and keep her, because he wanted to use her to afflict them. Clyde would love to afflict the DiMeras. We know Clyde hates E.J. DiMera, but he also hates that Abby chose Chad over Ben Weston, and Clyde and Ben were both relatively worried that Thomas DiMera was Aunt Ben's child, but was Chad's baby. However, Thomas is neck-deep in this story if you flash back right now. And Thomas was a bone of contention for Clyde. So yeah, Clyde might have decided to get rich and also get vengeance, and heed this multi-layer plan. A shocking romantic twist: could Abigail choose EJ over Chad? Another red flag that it's presumptive that Kat is really Abby is how important Jennifer Horton and Thomas despise Kat. Deservedly so. I'm not saying that, but Jennifer has raged at Kat. And of course, Thomas absolutely freaked when he said about Kat pretended to be his dead mama, Abby. Thomas will no way understand how Chad dated Kat after she pulled that trick. And Jen really hates Kat and won't forgive her. Indeed, though, she only prevaricated about being Abby to save her mama from Clyde. So, can you imagine Jennifer's response to find out Kat really is her cherished Abby after the way she's treated her? One last red flag is that since EJ and Abby had a fling before, it would be wild if Kat and EJ got together and also the Verity came out. However, that'd be wild. If Kat fell for EJ, and also we find out she's Abigail and she didn't want Chad and wanted EJ rather. We also know about Kat and EJ's Wuthering Heights connection, and that could lead to sparks. The book, if you've not read it in a while, has a really woeful ending about losing the will to live after you lose your true love, and also about a man who totally destroyed the life of the woman he loved, who didn't choose him. There's veritably adulatory themes there. The DNA test paradox, the final clue to Kat's true identity on Days of Our Lives. In the end, if this scuttlebutt turns out true, we'd have Kat chancing out she really is Abigail. Part of this would mean that she doesn't know, and she's innocent in all this, which I suppose is veritably important for a redemption vow. And that would also mean that the Green family has to mourn the death of their family cat, unless she's wedged in a DMARA lab nearly. And Jack, Jennifer, and Thomas would be affrighted. They've been cruel to Abby. Chad would be crushed if Kat turned out to be Abby. But because he rejected her because he was forced to, she turned around and fell in love with EJ and decided to stick with him. It'd be so adulatory. And as for that DNA test that Dr. Mark Green tampered with that I mentioned, then's how it explains everything. So Clyde had to keep Dr. Mark Green in line by holding his mama, Katharina, hostage, and he demanded Dr. Mark Green to truly believe that Kat is really his family, indeed if she was not. So if she's Abby, the test would have come out positive and a match. Still, Clyde could have told Dr. Mark Green to tamper with the test. Not so important to move the Devereaux that she's Abby, but to move Dr. Mark Green that this woman that looked nothing like Kat was really his family. So, see, it's all presumptive. We'll see how it plays out. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.